Brandon, welcome back to another dev update. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I know that the team has been busy. You and the team have done a ton since we last spoke. So let's dive right in. What can you tell us?
So the biggest thing that we've changed is we've started actually maturing the code base. We're making a lot of conscious changes that are going to make our code a lot more stable and easier to work with in the future. So if we need to onboard more developers in the future, everything is going to be documented and well written. We've also made a lot of conscious changes to the code base because we're gearing up to begin implementing our wallet GUI. So
that's very exciting.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to be a cross-platform desktop Discreet wallet. Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
Awesome.
It's going to be a desktop wallet. We also made some changes to support a phone wallet in the future. Obviously, a lot of the cryptographic calculations and storing the entire blockchain is not exactly feasible on your iPhone. So there's actually a whole system for privacy coins that works really well, and we've started to implement that.
Cool, very cool. What else can you tell us?
So I'm going to dive right into talking about the big changes that we did to gear up for the wallet release. The biggest change is that the daemon, which is responsible for overseeing all of the operations of the Discreet blockchain, basically now oversees a collection of wallets instead of a single wallet. Originally, we built it in such a way that was easier to test, but now we're actually ready to start getting the back end of the wallet GUI done and working with the Discreet blockchain directly. Also, if a new address is created in the wallet, you can actually use a dedicated syncer for that address. So the actual syncing of the blockchain, actually retrieving your funds from the blockchain, we have all the logic put in place for that. And it's been tested and it works perfectly. The other thing is we now actually use two different databases. So obviously we have the database for storing the blockchain that's used by the network and the daemon. And we also have a database that's used by the wallets called WalletDB. Basically, it's purely used by the client for storing information about wallets. Obviously, everything is stored encrypted, and it's all encrypted via the wallet using a password. We originally used JSON encoded files, which were encrypted to store information about the wallets. But unfortunately, updating information for those wallets, if they're used very often, for instance, like an exchange, it doesn't make a lot of sense to store it just as a plain text file. So integrating that all into a database is going to make us a lot easier to use for exchanges. And the big thing that is really good for us is we started working on the RPC API. This is basically used to grab information from the blockchain, for instance, like an explorer, or interact with the blockchain and the wallets using the API. It's all in place. We've implemented almost every endpoint, and it's enough to actually start working on the wallet. We're excited to hopefully have something to showcase really soon for that.
Oh, that's great. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. I know I am. Anything else that you've been doing in the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, there is another major thing we've started working on, which is we have basically redone the networking code. It's a lot more robust and fast. The advantage of this is that when you're actually starting up your wallet or your Discreet client, it's going to be a lot more fast to get yourself connected to the network and a lot more robust against possible Byzantine errors or malicious errors. So a lot of conscious choices have been made to make that as robust and efficient as possible. It's really exciting because that's where we're going to be working a lot in the near future. So it's going to get even better.
That's great. Has that work been done concurrently with the documentation that you were talking about?
Absolutely, it has.
Awesome. Is there any other major news you want to talk about in this update?
Yeah, so as you know, last time we talked about the first Discreet transaction and being able to mint blocks. Well, we have something even more exciting. We tested out our novel mixed transactions as well, being able to send funds both from private and transparent addresses, and they're working flawlessly.
That's great.
In addition to that, we also have tested the Bitcoin style transactions or the transparent transactions, and they're also working.
Amazing. Anything else before we move on that you wanted to say about the Discreet development?
Yeah, so there's a lot of features that we can soon support that a lot of other privacy coins do, and some features that are soon to be implemented in other privacy coins. And one of these is use of a view tag. And essentially what that means is for only the price of a single byte per transaction or per transaction output, you will actually speed up your ability to sync, for instance, like an SPV wallet or a phone wallet, up to 50 to 70%. So we're looking into implementing that. But even with that, we've actually sped up our wallet syncing up to 15%. We've actually made the calculations a lot faster. It's 15% faster now. And we're really excited about that. We're just continuing to add more fast, efficient, future-proof, and release-ready mindful code.
Great to hear. So what's next for Discreet?
So what you can expect in the coming weeks is hopefully we can have some video of tech demos and showcases of the wallet GUI as well as Basic Explorer. And I think that's going to be very exciting. Hopefully we can make some of the tech demos interactive so people can see what we've been working on and get a little more hands-on, view of the work that we've been putting into Discreet. And if everything goes well, hopefully we'll have testnet just coming around the corner.
Awesome. That's great. Well, any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
One of the final things that I wanted to talk about is the updated roadmap. So I know that we talked about it in the last dev update, and you can expect it coming very soon. So we'll keep you posted.
Great. Thanks, Brandon. Really appreciate it. Love hearing from you. Love these updates, and keep up the great work.
Awesome. Thanks. Nice talking.